Hello everyone, and welcome to this first video of DCS Spitfire LF Mk IX. In this video, I'm going to take a look at how you start up the Mk IX, but before doing so, let's take a look at some of the basic features of this aircraft. The Mk IX is powered by a Merlin 66 engine with a plus 18 boost. It also uses Bendix-Stromberg injection carburetors. The 2-speed, 2-stage supercharger changes into high gear at 14,000 feet and will switch to low gear at around 12,500 feet. To help ease the workload, it does have automatic radiator flap control. It has what is termed the C-wing with two 20mm cannons and four 303 machine guns. On the front of the aircraft is a rolled 4-bladed hydraulic propeller. The two fuel tanks are mounted one above the other forward of the cockpit, where the top tank feeds the lower tank, which is self-sealing. Let's go ahead and jump into the aircraft now. Welcome to the office of the Spitfire Mk IX. Let's take a look around a little bit before we get started. Before starting the aircraft though, let's take a look at the pre-start checklist. Make sure that the idle cutoff lever is fully back to the cutoff position. Confirm the undercarriage lever is all the way down. Check that the drop tank fuel cock lever is fully forward to the off position. Move the stick out of the way and make sure the main fuel tank cock is set to the off position. Fully move your rudder, ailerons, and elevators to ensure free movement. Ensure that both magneto igniters are set to the off position. Confirm that the fuel tank pressure cock is set to the off position. Take a close look at the air pressure supply gauge. It should read no less than 220 pounds per square inch for the center needle. Rotate the altimeter knob to set the altitude to 0. Move the flaps to the down position and confirm they've been lowered by checking the flap indicators on the wings. Then, go ahead and raise them up. Check the canopy by closing it and then opening it up again. Now go ahead and move the throttle forward until the landing gear down indicator and the fuel pressure low lights are lit. Once you see them, go ahead and reduce the throttle back to 0. Finally, check fuel quantity with the fuel gauge test button. With all the preliminaries done, let's go ahead and start this bird up. Once started, we don't want the aircraft moving forward, so go ahead and set the brake and check the air pressure gauge. Set the main fuel tank cock to on. And move the throttle forward about ½ an inch to 1 inch. Set the propeller RPM lever fully forward. Next, move the carburetor air intake control lever fully forward to the filter and operation position. We'll now unscrew the engine priming pump and pump it 5 times, and this can vary based on the air temperature. Operate the hand wobble pump until the low pressure light goes off. Alternatively, you can set the fuel pressure tank cock to on and wait 30 seconds. Now we'll set both magneto igniters to on. Open both the starter and booster coil covers. To actually start the engine now, we'll press and hold both the starter and the booster coil buttons at the same time and move the idle cutoff lever forward once the engine starts to turn over. Then, release the starter and booster coil buttons. When started, reduce the throttle back to about 1000 RPM. Check that the oil pressure is between 60 and 120 pounds per square inch. Close the starter and booster coil covers. Next, screw close the engine primer pump. Adjust the throttle as needed to have an RPM between 1000 and 1200 RPM. At this point, we have the Spitfire ready to taxi and take off, but that will be the subject for the next lesson. I'll see you then.